Hello again, friends, and welcome back to the Manse. Like all of you, I'm finding ways to adjust to staying at home at the moment and trying to find things to do and different ways of working. This past week has been an interesting challenge as I get used to ministry in a completely different way. Paul just arriving, learning new technology, enjoying lots of wonderful conversations with all of you, and there's more to come as I ring round. Becoming a cameraman, an editor, which doesn't come easy. All my meetings are now on Zoom, which is a video conferencing program I'd never heard of a month ago. Both churches are finding ways of continuing to be community, but online. There's the coffee morning at the United Church, junior church at St. Paul's, all online. Both churches have WhatsApp group, so people can share funny stories or clips or just keep in contact with each other. And hopefully there will be more ideas of ways we can keep in touch with each other over the coming weeks and months. But I also know that we're trying really hard to keep in contact with those people who don't have this kind of technology. I wonder how you're using your time. There's quite a lot of talk on the television and online about trying to use this time well. We're being encouraged to exercise more, to eat better, to talk to family and friends more. These are all wonderful, laudable experiences or expectations on us. But we're all different. Some will be curled up in bed most of the day, watching films. Some will be stoic, carrying on as best we can. Some who are stuck at home all day anyway, without a pandemic, are coping remarkably well. Some of us are fearful for our financial future and for job security. Those already living with depression and physical illness may find it exacerbated during these times. And for all of us, those daily death numbers on our screens, they can pass us by because we're too used to seeing them, or they can lay hard on our hearts at the moment. All of us, in both of our congregations and across the world, are experiencing a trauma. Each of us is staying at home, wondering what the future holds. So a range of emotions is perfectly normal. In this Sunday after Easter, I wonder about those disciples and what they were experiencing in their trauma. Nicola Furley-Smith is leading our URC Online Worship this week, and one of the readings we will be using is John 20, 19 to 31. We find ourselves with the disciples, hidden away, fearful and isolated. And Jesus appears with them and offers them peace. It doesn't take a noted biblical scholar to make the connection here. In all that we are experiencing at the moment, and always, however we're feeling and dealing with it, Christ appears to us, saying, "Peace be with you." Now we may hear those words and believe it and know it to be true as we're here isolated at home. We may struggle with it, wondering where God is. Or we may reject it outright until we receive some kind of proof. And what might that proof be for us, that God is with us? Perhaps those outstretched arms that are reaching out to us in service and care. All those who support us now at great risk to themselves. We may hear today's reading and think, well, that was then. When is God going to turn up for us? This is a time of grieving and lament, properly shouting at God with questions like that. When will we experience some resurrection hope in our pandemic-weary world? During our online communion service in last Sunday's service, which was really moving, we were reminded that we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, both past and present. Our Christian hope is founded in the truth that God has been with those who have come before us. Isn't that why we sing, "O God, our help in ages past"? And today, we will each know people who are bringing us peace and care and joy in these times. Take a moment to think of them now. We can have faith that God is with us. We can find a resurrection hope, even in our hurting, unemployment, grieving, lonely world. I pray that we will continue to share that hope, however and wherever we can. So I offer you a challenge this week. Give peace to someone. Now, we can't shake hands or hug, but do it with your eyes. Do it with what you say, or with a card or some practical thing you can do. End your Zoom meetings with those words. Share it on WhatsApp. Peace be with you. You can draw it, crochet it, Colour it in on this attached sheet. Once you've created it, stick it on your window or on your door so that people can see it. Share peace this week, and we will grow to believe that God is among us. In the coming weeks, we will be continuing to explore new ways of us being church during these difficult and challenging times. Perhaps a study group or a Bible study. Perhaps St. Paul's might like to try coffee morning, or just finding different ways that we can do things. We had a family quiz night last night via Zoom, which was great fun, even though I lost. Would someone like to offer to do that for our churches? If you can, please get in contact. Any other ideas, please shout. As always, I'm here for you, and I will continue ringing round and having those good conversations with people and seeing how you're doing. Peace be with you, my friends.